Hello, everyone.
Everybody.
Hello, everyone. If you're chiming into the live stream, please drop a comment, say where you're from, say hi. We're streaming live on Facebook as well as Facebook in one of our business pages and LinkedIn as well. So if you're chiming in, say hi. Okay, awesome. We're going to get this live stream kicked off. We got
Definitely.
somebody else joining us as well, but right now we have Fanta Fofana right now, one of my business partners with the Rise of the 1%.
Hello,
Guys,
everybody.
hello, 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 and welcome to the live streams. Like I always tell y'all, and I tell y'all this all the time. I bet they like, I'm sick of seeing this girl on here, but I don't care
Mhm.
because we are doing this because people are not giving the right information about a bunch of stuff when it comes to dealing with credit, business credit, and personal credit, business period. In general, business period. People are not sharing the right information that they need to for the people that really need it the most. So that's why we started this forum to ensure that you get the right information because the folks ain't getting the right info. I'm not gonna lie. People are just not getting the right info. There's so much junk out there on social media as well as on YouTube and everywhere else and Google and everywhere else, but nobody's really sharing strategy. Nobody's really sharing the right information to me. But that's just my personal opinion. But that's neither here nor there, honey. But but I have Fanta on right now, and Gerald will be joining in a little bit. So Fanta, tell me a little bit about yourself because I know we didn't get a chance to discuss a lot of that last time. So go ahead and tell the audience about yourself.
Okay, so hello, everyone. I'm a business owner, first of all. And before I even got into business, I used to be in sales. I worked for Tiffany and Company. And then now I am, part of the Rise of the 1% team. I help with the personal credit and as well as the marketing side as well. But most importantly, like I have a trucking business. I have three trucks right now, and my family and I own a personal care home, and we're looking to expand to our second location. So, yes.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, how did you? I've never asked you this, but how did you fall into the trucking business? How did you fall into that business?
I have, being from, West Africa, and a lot of my uncles started um, driving trucks, and they drove for other people and things like that. So, I knew that there was a lot of business and money in it if you do it for yourself, so that's
Okay,
how I got into it, because I have family who who's been doing it for years. So I decided to get into it, and I decided to help them to do it for themselves, so that way they can pocket all of the money and everything. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
okay. So you made a good point. So you said that it's actually better if you are the one who owned the business
It
versus
is.
you driving for like a company or something like that.
It is because um, it's important to know, especially when you have like business, like it's good to know how to do it yourself. I'm always a how to do it myself kind of person. I've never been like, I don't like working for other people, even though I did. Um, so that's how I am. I've never been like, I like to do everything myself. If I can go to another company and bring them, profits and all that stuff, why can I do it for myself?
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes total sense. Makes total sense. So let me ask you some things about this as well, because guys, if you don't know, Fanta also does funding too as well for business owners.
I sure do.
So yeah, so talk a little bit more about the funding for business owners because I get questions about that during the day a lot of times. Like they like what type of programs and stuff is out there and stuff like that.
Well, I know for a fact that we have a great program in place with our company, the Resident 1%. We teach our clients, the importance of having a personal and a good business credit. I mean, there are other programs out there, but what we do and what makes us different is that we, hold our clients' hand and we teach them step by step on how to do it. And based on your credit, based on where you are with your personal and with your business credit, we know exactly which company or which bank that you should go for, where the odds of approval are very high. So yeah,
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So y'all better be taking notes
yes,
because you have to understand that you have to know where to go to be able to, for one, keep from getting all inquiries on your credit report. And
exactly,
you're steady applying for stuff that you know that you cannot qualify for because you truly
exactly,
don't know. But
exactly,
having someone to guide you through that process would help out tremendously. It will help not only just to save time, but to be able to not have all this stuff on your credit report because you're just trying to figure it out. I know I mentioned that
exactly,
last week, but we got to reiterate that again. We
exactly.
have to continue to reiterate that again because you don't want to have all that stuff on there unnecessarily because you just didn't know what to do.
Exactly, and that's one of the huge mistake people do. They just apply and their credit, they're just like running their credit, and those are the few things that really does damage your credit because it stay on your credit. However, I believe for 2 years, depending on the bank or anything like that, or even more. It stay on there for some time, So but that's
Right.
where, when it comes to the rise of the 1%, our what we do with our clients, we look at both of their, personal and business, and then we figure out, okay, well, and plus, guys, we have relationship with banks. It's not like, we're just going to any banks. We have relationship with Chase. We have relationship with Navy Federal, and we have relationship with other credit unions out here. So we have our personal individual at each bank that can assist us with helping our clients to get funding for their business.
Sweet. Sweet. And she brought up a good point. Y'all need to take notes on this stuff. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to take notes on this stuff. Relationships.
Gotta have
Relationships. Right.
relationship is,
Relationships.
yeah.
That's the key.
And that's how, I started off too. I started having relationship with my banks, and I mean, before I even got into this, I never really, like, I didn't know, but I did it myself. I went out there and I did my research, and thank God that I'm with you, I'm with Gerald, and I'm with Antonio. Like, I mean, we're all of our team, so yeah, relationship is very important. I will say that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a lot of us, y'all. It's not just, us, the ones that you see. It's a lot of us. Oh, here he is. Here we go. Add to live stream. Hello, Gerald. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Awesome, awesome. Glad you joined the live stream. But hey, we Fanta and I were just discussing the importance of building relationships. That's what we were discussing.
Okay.
And we also discussed a little bit about business funding. And she was talking to the audience about how important it is to have both sides of a coin, in order to be able to get what you want. So that's pretty much what we were discussing. I'm just pretty much just asking her questions because sometimes, like during the week, people just ask me just random stuff, anywhere from like business funding to marketing. I'm like, y'all, just hop on a live stream and get the information for yourself, honeys.
Hmm.
So, so I'm trying to get the people to understand.
Right.
So I had a really now let me shift this whole conversation. I had a lady and of course you've heard this before because you, me, Fanta, of course Antonio, he's not on the live as well. We talk to business owners all the time, right? So this particular lady, she had a question about. Of course, she was with a network. With a network marketing company, right? So she was saying that I can't advertise my business because I'm with a network marketing company. I want you to clear that one up because I was explaining to her that that's not true. It's how you do it. But it's just talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, in network marketing companies, being I was in network marketing for 5 years, and for you all that don't know, my name is Gerald Bass. I'm the creator and founder with the Rise of the 1%. And yes, I was in network marketing from the end of 2011 to the end of 2016. I was fortunate enough to actually become a top earner in the network marketing industry, specifically travel. I had over 800 agents across the world selling travel right alongside myself for some years. And I actually produced some top earners in network marketing as well, who generated tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. So one of my students who I mentored actually became a millionaire recently. So pretty much in terms of network marketing, yeah, you have some network marketing companies, they have stipulations on you being able to advertise their particular company and brand. But the thing that I realized that took my network marketing business to the next level and many of my leaders was not necessarily branding the company, branding yourself. So if you can find a way to position your branding around you, your value, and how you can serve people, then you'll be great. You don't necessarily have to use like the network marketing company logo, their branding, their marketing materials. You can pretty much create your own logo, your own branding, your own marketing materials, branding you and your particular movement. And the network marketing company can't say anything. So I started branding Gerald Bass back when I was in the network marketing industry. And we also created our own movements within our network
Right.
marketing company. So when I was in the telecom and energy direct sales industry from 2011 to the end of 2014, I was with a company called Five Links. And we didn't brand Five Links. We branded Team Golden Global. That was the name of a team that I actually came up with. And I branded Gerald Bass. Same thing when I got into the travel industry. I was with Vacation Travel from the end of 2014 to the end of 2016. That's the company I became a diamond in, and I was a top runner in. We didn't brand Vacation Travel. We branded the Diamond Mine, which was the name of a movement we created, and also the Millionaire Mastermind Group. So we never branded the companies. We always branded ourselves, our own teams, our own movement, and we created our marketing around that over branding the company. So it was never no problems.
See, there y'all go. There you go. I try to tell y'all that this is how the top earners do it, and you don't even know that they're doing it.
Right.
Because most people do not share this type of information. Trust me, the top people are doing a little something different than what you think you should be doing. I know that and there was another conversation that we had when I was talking to her, and she was talking about like different trainings and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure, like I told her, I guarantee they're not telling you this part.
Right.
Exactly. That part, they didn't tell you about that. And also, we had another conversation about advertising online.
Okay.
She was like, dang, I'm not sure if that will work. And I was like, well, you might want to look at the top people in your company because a lot of them are advertising and you have no idea.
Right.
So explain to them how you can do that in an ad format. Because guys, just to give you a background too, we assist with advertising in regards to Facebook and Instagram ads as well. Email marketing, sales funnels, anything that has to do with sales automation, we assist with that too. So explain to the audience about how you can leverage that to be able to expand like your team, to be able to expand, your customer base.
Yeah, so pretty much like when it comes to advertisement online, for one, when people say they question if advertisement will work online, I'm like, what do you mean by that? I mean, it's billions of users on the Facebook and Instagram platform combined. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure you can agree with me, out of billions of users, it should be some of your potential business partners or even customers or clients that's within that audience. So typically what we do, whether you're in network marketing or you have a service-based business or even an e-commerce business, we start off by, first of all, coming up with what we call a value proposition, like basically a lead magnet, something you could give away to your audience of value in exchange for being able to capture their information, right? And a lot of times what works for a lot of our clients in network marketing, even our service-based business owner clients, is right now, a lot of times we give away what we call a value video, right? And we call it a VSL, video sales letter. So a long time ago to even now, they have what we call written sales letters, where you will see a letter that's in print. And pretty much in that letter, it's just basically hitting on the pains, problems, and frustrations of the particular market that the person that's writing that letter to is having, and then semi-solving the problem in the letter, and then showing some proof and testimonials of the solution working in terms of solving the particular pains, problems, and frustrations of that market. And then say, hey, if you need assistance with solving this problem, then you can schedule a call or you can purchase a product. So that's a written sales letter. A VSL, which is a video sales letter, is just a written sales letter in a video format. So what we're doing for our own business to many of our clients is we help them with, first of all, creating what we call a video sales letter. Like I say, for a lot of our service-based business owners to even network marketing. Now, in some service-based businesses where VSL may not be the most appropriate, and what I mean by that is, like, for instance, we had a client that had a restaurant, right? We didn't have him create VSL, right? We structured some type of offer around one of his dishes that was selling the most. We gave a percentage off that, and they had to opt in with their name, email, and phone number to take advantage of that particular offer, right? And then they got some type of coupon or what have you to be able to come into his restaurant, redeem the coupon, and get their discount off. And then once they did that, he offered them other dishes as well that they could get to be able to increase his customer value. So in some industries, in terms of service-based, where you won't do a VSL, but a lot of our clients like network marketing, which is you spoke about, and some other service-based businesses like coaches and consultants, people selling online courses, stuff like that, we normally use a VSL. And a VSL is nothing more than a value video, a video that's hitting on the pains, problems, frustrations of your particular market, right? And you're basically semi-solving the problem. What I mean by semi-solve, you don't solve the problem completely, because if you solve the problem completely, why would they want to work with you? So you semi-solve the problem, then you give some testimony, you show some proof of your solution working for people, right, in terms of results, and then you give a call to action at the end. Hey, if you need assistance with this, you can schedule a phone call with me, right, or purchase a product that will help you with solving your problem. So that's a value video. And value videos, you can do them in a PowerPoint format. I've done those. To many of my clients have as well. So even you can do face-to-face like we're doing right now, right? We've tested both of them. Okay? And they both work very well. So it just depends on what type of person you are. If you're not afraid of getting in front of the camera like we are right now, you may want to just do a value video like this, or you can use PowerPoint slides if you don't want your face on the camera. Now, what you do when you have that value video is you slap it behind what we call an opt-in page or a landing page. Okay, and this is where a lot of business owners are going wrong online. They're sending traffic directly over to a website with all this information, but no way to capture a lead. And specifically network marketing, since you talked about that, Charlotte, a lot of people in network marketing, they're sending traffic over to their company replicated websites, right? Meaning everybody that signs up for the network marketing company, they get this same site with an affiliate ID, okay? And they're sending traffic over there.
Right.
What they don't realize is on that site, there's no way to capture a lead. There's no way to capture a lead. You can send thousands of visitors to that site and people just look around and leave, and you have no way to follow up. So what you have to do is you have to have what we call a landing page or an opt-in page on the top of what we call a sales funnel. Have some type of compelling headline on that opt-in page. For instance, we have some of our clients in the travel industry that are in network marketing, by the way. Their headline is, discover how many of our members are traveling the world and living out their dreams, right? And for their traffic to get access to the video that shows them how their members are doing that, they have to give them their name and email and what we call an opt-in page. So now you've captured their information. Now they have become a lead in your particular business. They go onto your email list. Check this out, family. Your email list is the biggest valuable asset you have on the internet. Why is that? Because we don't own Facebook. We don't own Instagram. We don't own YouTube. We don't own LinkedIn. We don't own TikTok. We don't own Snapchat. We don't own any of these platforms. I've had clients overnight where Facebook has shut their whole entire account down, right? Like down, they're done. They can't even use Facebook anymore. But see, if you've been doing your email list this whole time, it doesn't matter if they shut your account down. I've had times, family, where they shut my Instagram account down for verification purposes for 1 or 2 days. But because I had built my email list, right? It didn't really matter because I could send them out emails of my valuable content and even my offers. So your email list is your most valuable asset on the internet. So you want to make sure you constantly building your email list. And the way to do that is through a sales funnel. So you got your opt-in page, you got your compelling headline that's going to draw people in to give you their name, email, potentially their phone number. They're going to go over, they're going to view your value video or what have you, right? Or they're going to read your ebook, whatever you're giving away for free, right? They're going to take advantage of your free discounted coupon and offer or whatever the case you may be in terms of what you have. And then they're also going to go into your email list at the same time. Now, the thing about the value video, once again, is after they watch that value video and you speak directly to the pains, problems, frustrations of your market, you semi-solve it, you offer some proof of concept, some testimonies, success stories, and then you say, hey, if you need assistance with this, you can schedule a call below. So what happens is they're going to click the button below, they're going to schedule a call, and now they're going to be on the phone with you. And now you can take them through your sales process to onboard them as a customer or a client. Now, if they become a customer or client, great. Now, of course, you need to deliver your products and services to them in terms of solving their problems. All right. Now, by them being on your email list, then you have other products and services. You're not going to do email marketing to email them out different emails that can sell them your other products and services. Or even if they don't become a customer or client, let's say on a phone call, you still have them on an email list. So now you can have emails go out to them over time, just providing more value to them, showing more proof, and also making offers to them until they become a customer or client. So you want to have what we call a sales funnel in place first. Do not run any paid advertisement campaigns online if you do not have a sales funnel mechanism in place, because you're going to throw a lot of money out of the window. I'm just letting you know this. Once you
sorry, I dropped off, y'all. My signal had failed, but also people say that since you got paid ads, since you're on paid ads, some people have said, well, I tried paid ads before and it don't work. I'm like, well, what was you driving it to? But you mentioned that earlier, but paid ads work for a lot of people. So it's like I was explaining to somebody, it all depends on how it's structured too. So yeah, but
right.
Go ahead.
I mean, with paid ads, you have to do the foundational work for it first. Like if you don't have a proper sales funnel in place, I don't care if you have a service-based business, you have a product-based business, whatever. If you don't have the sales funnel process in place, then yes, you're going to throw away money in ads. I mean, you might as well just drive down your street and just throw money out the window, because that's exactly what you're doing. But you have to literally have that in place. I don't care what type of business you have. I've ran ads for a lot of different service-based businesses to even e-commerce businesses. And even with the e-commerce businesses that sell physical products, they have a sales funnel. What I mean by that, they have a front-end offer of some type of product they're looking to market. When people purchase that product, they're going to offer them something else. When people purchase that product, they're going to offer them something else. If they don't take that product, they're going to position a down sell. So all of this is a sales funnel. You see what I'm saying? You have to have a funnel in place to be able to make ads work. Now, get into the actual paid ads. I'm not going to go through everything with paid ads. If you need assistance with that, you can have a conversation with Charlotte, founder of myself, about that. But what I will say in reference to paid ads is paid ads are great because they are predictable. Like growing your business organically online through social media postings or reaching out to people on social media, or some people do cold calling. I'm not really a cold call advocate these days. I'm not saying it don't work. I know it works for some people, but I'm not really big on cold calling. But instead of like just relying on cold calling or relying on networking events, not saying those don't work, but some people just rely on those, or relying on referrals, right? A word of mouth. Facebook and Instagram ads in today's time, or any paid media, can allow you to basically have a more predictable way of growing your business. And what do I mean by that? So once you know how much it costs you to acquire a customer or client for your particular business, now you know how much money you need to spend per day, per week, per month, and even for the year to hit your sales targets. So it's more predictable versus organic, like just reaching out to people at networking events or speaking on stages or waiting on referrals, word of mouth, what have you. That's random acts of marketing. You may get a client, a customer here and there, but it's not predictable. Versus if I know, okay, let's say I have a $3,000 product, right? Or a $3,000 service, and I'm just throwing it out there. You all may have some stuff more lower ticket, I don't know, but I'm just throwing that out there as a price point. Let's say you have a $3,000 product or service, and you know every time I spend $1,000, I'm gonna get a $3,000 customer or client. How many times would you spend $1,000?
Right.
Spending that $1,000 because you're making that money back and you're being profitable. So now you can easily scale your business a whole lot more faster because you know how much it costs to get a customer or client and be profitable. So it's more predictable. And then with Facebook and Instagram ads, what I love in today's time, it's just more targeted. You also can reach large audiences very fast. And so that's primarily why we use paid ads, and our clients, we use it for them as well on side of doing organic at the same time.
Right. That makes sense. That makes total sense.
Yeah,
that makes total sense because what you guys don't know, and you probably have heard on our last live stream. Oh, look at the comment. Aaron says fire. Hey, Aaron. Yes, it is fire. It's great information too as well. And I know that you guys you probably chimed on to our last live stream that we did last week, but Gerald actually used to be in the entertainment industry. So He understands like promotions when it comes to radio promotion when it comes to getting people in the door as far as in the club and stuff like that. It's a different type of advertising, but it's all advertising, but it's different. Kind of explain to people about that too, because some people will be like, well, I can do this on the radio, or I can do this or whatever. To explain to them the difference about that and like the price point.
Right. So radio, I can tell you this, it costs a great amount of money. I mean, we used to spend thousands of dollars for 60-second commercials to promote the clubs and the entertainers that was coming out to our different parties, thousands of dollars within a week. Very fast, like the money is very fast. And it's not very targeted as Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook and Instagram, we can target based off of men and women, and of course, based off where they're located, to different interests and behaviors that they have and stuff like that. Versus the radio, you do have some information in terms of the demographics of that particular radio station in terms of who they run their commercials to, but it's just not as targeted. It's the same thing with billboard. Billboard costs a lot of money and is not very targeted as well, because I've written down many highways, and I'm pretty sure you all have as well, where they're marketing women products to me on a billboard. And I have no interest in the product on the billboard, so it's not targeted. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like thousands to tens of thousands of dollars for billboards. And a lot of times billboards too are more for brand awareness for a lot of companies over direct response type marketing. And what I mean by that is it's just basically getting the brand out there a whole lot more, but it's not really creating advertisement to create a response. I see some billboards where they're saying call a number or visit a site, but not many. It's a lot of billboards that's just creating brand awareness, and they're not really focused on generating customers. They're just getting the brand out there. Versus Facebook and Instagram ads, we're driving traffic directly to the site to generate a lead and get a customer and a client. So it's just totally different.
That makes sense. And lastly, while we talking about marketing, me and this other lady had like a long conversation when it comes to this, and she had a lot of questions. So I'm actually going to send her this information over to her so she'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But explain to her, and then again, too, Gerald and I was actually on a call the other day with some other entrepreneurs, and they was just asking some of these same questions. So I'm going to go ahead and put it out in the forefront so you guys can have the right information, because, again, you have to have the right information. But explain to them a little bit more about the sales funnel process and how you can have a person going through here, but the person that comes out in the end is a different person because that person will be more filtered, if that makes sense.
Right.
Explain a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So yeah, pretty much one of the sales funnels that we actually use for our business and many of our clients' business is what we call a pre-selling mechanism type of funnel, and it also is a funnel designed to generate qualified leads. So like I spoke on before, pretty much, let's say for instance, you have a VSL funnel, video sales letter funnel. I explained to you all what that was before. So pretty much people will opt in for their name and email with their name and email to view that video. Once they watch that video and it's hitting them emotionally on their pains, problems, frustrations, talking a little bit about some solutions, showing some proof of concept of their solution working, and then giving you a call to action to actually schedule a call, being that you need assistance with solving your problem. Once you schedule that call, you'll schedule a call typically on that business owner's client calendar. And then after you schedule that call, you will go over to an application of questions that will literally pre-qualify them as a serious potential client for your particular business. So now you can look at those surveys and you can say, hey, do I want to speak to this person today? Do they really look qualified to even work with my company? Or is this application some garbage? Is this a tire kicker?
Right.
It's not serious. I don't really want to waste my time speaking to them. So I'm going to be all the way completely frank with you all and transparent with you all. I literally turn away applications for our business every single week. I have people that have scheduled a call, they fill out the application, and I look at it and I'll be like, you know, this person is not a fit to work with our company. And we have an email that'll go out to them to let them know, you know, it was great that you applied to work with us in our program, but based how you answer the questions, we're not a fit at this time to work with each other. You know, so if anything changes with your particular situation or the way that you answer these questions in the future, then, you know, you can reach back out to us. So now you're actually only getting on the phone with people that are actually really qualified over wasting your time with tire kickers and people that's not serious. And that's what a lot of business owners are wasting their time is just talking to any and everybody, or people just comment info on your post and they want some info, a bunch of info stickers. Then you get on the phone and they ain't talking about nothing, right? You don't wasted 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of your time on the phone with somebody who's not even serious about doing business with you. So yeah, you want to have that in place.
It makes sense.
Absolutely. And let me go to that other part real quick, Charlotte. When I was talking about ads, is I know I talked a little bit about how much it costs to run ads, like on radio and billboard. Facebook and Instagram ads, by the way, I want to track back to that very quickly, is it doesn't really cost a lot to get a Facebook and Instagram ad going in the beginning stages. I mean, you can run ads for $5 a day, $10 a day, $15 a day, whatever your budget permits. Versus those other platforms, man, you can spend thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, like literally within a month, to get your message out up front. Yeah, so that's another difference. I wanted to make sure I hit on that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I just shared in terms of, you know, you get pre-qualified leads. That's the type of system you want to have in place in terms of the funnel and process I just explained.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I hope y'all taking notes. Clearly, I hope y'all taking notes.
We have some surprises and some for you guys after this call. So
they got surprises.
Tune in. You may want to keep tuning in. Yep, that's true.
Oh shoot. I want a surprise.
Yeah, we definitely got some surprises. Let's do it.
Awesome. I want a surprise. So y'all, I hope y'all tuning in. Y'all need to chime in. Y'all need to come in or something and say, hey, so we know y'all here. So y'all can get y'all surprise, because I want a surprise. I want a surprise. Shoot.
Yeah.
Surprises.
Great conversation, y'all. But I wanted to drop this too as well for those who are watching as well. Guys, we do have a case study, and we got more information on all of this stuff that we just shared, the business funding, all of that, including marketing, is actually all in one case study, including credit. He talks about credit in the case study as well. We talked about it on the top of the call. Y'all need to hop on this and get this case study. It's www.geraldbrass.com/high level. And I also put it up in the captions as well for you guys to see it, because y'all really need to look at it, because you'll understand, especially those who are business owners or who's those are looking to be business owners as well. It'll give you clarity. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Because people don't understand that all of this stuff ties together. And I keep telling y'all that, and I know y'all sick of seeing my face, but I don't care because I get a lot of questions and y'all need to listen. So definitely check out that case study, guys. Be sure to hop on our next lives. We're going to have a lot of them because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a lot of stuff that's coming up on the forefronts. It's changes in this and changes in that, changes in this arena, changes in that. People need to know this information. Y'all got to understand this information and take heed to it, because this stuff you can't Google. I said it. You can't Google this. It is what it is.
No, you can't.
Right. You can't Google this. So definitely check out that case study. Go ahead and watch that, because it's a fantastic video, because it explains all of this stuff in a little bit more detail in regards to business, personal credit, business credit, advertising. Y'all need to check out the case study that I put on the screen below and quit playing. Now, now also, has anything else we want to discuss? I mean, that was just my experience from the last week or so, and people asking me questions. So I just throw that out there to get their questions answered, because I want them to understand, like, hey, you know, it is the right information out here, and we're giving the right information, so you need to take it. So is there anything else that you guys want to, like, for y'all, like, what type of questions have y'all gotten? I mean, that's pretty much some of the ones that I've gotten. It's actually some really good questions from this week. Is any, like, questions that you guys got, you'd be like, what? This week from anybody?
Yeah, so I actually had a lady that's looking to become a client of ours, like, literally this week. Pretty much, you know, she asked me because she saw my ads in her news feed, which is, I've been hearing quite a bit of people have been seeing my ads in the news feed. And she said, you know, Gerald, it looked like your ads are getting a pretty great response. She was like, do you think it would do the same for my business? Like, you know, she has a credit business, matter of fact.
Okay.
Her business. And I told her, yeah, I believe it would do the same thing. I mean, the thing is, when it comes to ads, like, the strategy is pretty much the same, especially across service-based businesses. It's just, for one, you know your ideal clients that you're looking to attract. You understand their pains, problems, and frustrations, so that you can center your messaging to be able to hit on that. You understand as well how to relay your solution to their pains, problems, and frustrations. You understand from a targeting perspective who we need to be getting the ads in front of. What do I mean by that? Where are they located at? What's their gender? What's their age range? What's some of their interests that they have? What are their behaviors? You understand that. And then on top of that, you understand the psychology behind creating ads. Okay. And if you don't, you need to get a coach to help you with that. And I'm not saying that because I coach entrepreneurs and business owners to do that. Whether you get us in the Rise 1% or someone else, you got to understand the psychology behind creating ads. I see a lot of business owners struggle with that, in terms of understanding how to create, let's say, effective videos to be able to speak to the pains, problems, and frustrations of your particular market. Talk about the solution. Do some demonstrations in your particular video ads, showing them how you help your market solve their problems. Maybe showing some testimonials, things of that nature within that video ad, and giving them a call to action. And if you need assistance with this, go over to whatever your site is. Long as you have that down, and then you also understand how to write effective, what we call ad copy, meaning post text for your particular ad to get people to move to click on the ad to go to your site. You understand those things and understand the numbers behind your ads in terms of how much you should be spending to be able to acquire a customer and client to be profitable. As long as you understand those things, you can win. So that's what I had to get her to understand, because she was just like, oh, well, Gerald, I see your ads popping in my news feed. Like, could they do the same for mine? And even though there's a lot of case studies and success stories, she still wanted to know, okay, would it work? Would this work for the credit repair business? And I said, absolutely, it'll work. As long as you understand the elements I just explained. You got those down. And if not, you may need a coach that can help you with that. that process. And here's the thing that I want to explain too. I know a lot of people like to run straight to digital marketing agencies, right? And digital marketing agency. And when I mean by digital marketing agency, people want people to do the marketing for them, right? That's what they want to run to. But what I found the issue with just running straight to that is a lot of business owners don't have their client avatar straight in terms of the type of clients they're looking to attract and who they're looking to target. They don't have that dialed in, right? They don't have their messaging dialed in at times, okay? And they don't really understand as well how to create effective ads to be able to draw the people in. And a lot of times with digital marketing agencies, some digital marketing agencies will create videos for you and stuff like that to be able to run your ads. But what I found in like the service-based business space, I was telling her the other day this, is the more personable ads, they work a lot more. So what do I mean by that? I had a client that had a credit repair business that I ran ads for. We used some animated videos, cartoon type videos, right? He got some clicks, he generated some leads. But when it comes to some of my clients that I've actually had them in the video, right? Speaking on the pains, problems, frustrations of their market, talking about the solution, sharing testimonials, demonstrating how their service or their product can help their clients. Those ads perform way better than just these cartoon animated type ads. Now, here's the thing. If you don't know how to get in front of the camera and create those more personable ads, then you need a coach. Don't go straight for done for you. Don't go straight for talking about I want you to do the marketing for me because you're not ready for that. And that's what I've had to I've discovered from working with so many business owners, hundreds of business owners over the last close to 5 years. A lot of them want everybody to do the marketing for them, but they don't have their stuff in place. So you may need a coach so you can get your stuff in place and really understand the process more and get it down. Then if you want to outsource but done for you, you can. So that
makes sense.
And guys, we also help in all of this. Everything Gerald's talking about, we help you guys with all of this. Also, we're able to fly out if you're not in Atlanta. We're able to fly out there, do your videos for you, do like a couple of videos for you, and run it on the ad if we have to, and and just see which one works. But like I said, the system works, and you just have to, if you need help, try to get a coach. You can't do it by yourself. You can go out, do your research and things like that. It's like, I mean, it'll work for the time being, but really, really want to scale your business to, if you really want to scale it, you need someone to really help you, to hold your hand and say, hey, because they've done it before. Right. So it's easy for them to say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, because it's gonna help you and the time. So, guys, we help you guys with this. So, and like I said, if you guys have any question, anything, we're here for you.
Exactly. Time. Did y'all hear that? Time.
This what I would tell you all. This is what I would tell you all is our clients, like for instance, one of our client success stories is Marcus Williams, right? Like I've worked with him on his ads for a whole year. He's still in our program now. He's in the travel industry. Marcus, his ads took off and literally generated him tens of thousands of dollars in his business because me and my guy Antonio Millhouse, we worked with him directly with his ads, right? He literally came to the Rising 1% headquarters. I told him things that he needed to hit on in his ads, like what he needed to speak about. Antonio filmed it, and pretty much from there, his ads just took off, right? Versus some other clients that may attempt to work, they don't necessarily, like I say, they don't have a messaging type. They don't know the things they need to be saying in the videos because they don't really understand their marketing and stuff like that. And then on top of that, they don't really understand how to record a video, stuff like that. So with that being said, yes, that's why a lot of times I recommend having a coach first to really understand the process. And then if you want to outsource in terms of like done for you later on, you definitely can do that. But like Founder said, yes, for a lot of our agency clients now that do come on board, we are implementing something now. If they want to fly us out to their market to help them with their videos, we'll come out to the market and even help them with the videos hands-on. That's something we're doing. A lot of digital marketing companies don't do that. So that's something that we're doing because we want to see our clients be successful.
Exactly. Yep.
If y'all grabbing, if y'all ain't grabbing y'all notes and stuff and writing this stuff down, I don't know what y'all doing.
I mean, I like I've seen a lot of, programs and things like that, like out there, but I would say by far, to see you know, a the program that we provide for our clients, we help you with your personal and business credit,
Mm-hmm.
showing you how to do your ads.
Right.
Once you start doing it by yourself and you feel like, oh my God, you're getting all of these clients. If you want somebody else to do it for you, you can, but at least you will know how to do it. And you can tell them, okay, this is how I want it done. It's not I always tell people, learn how to do it yourself. And once you get busy, then you can, you can have somebody do it for you.
Exactly.
So that's where people make a mistake, because you have to start, you need to work in every part of your business to really understand how it is. You have to do it. So guys, I'm telling you, with our coaching program, you will succeed, because we will help you get your funding, so that way you don't use your personal money. We will help you to build relationship with these banks, so that way you continuously keep getting funding. We will help you with all of the ad. We will teach you everything in the program, and this is a lifetime program. So it's like, any question, always, you can always contact us. So guys, if you want to scale your business and get I can tell you now, I love the fact that I don't have to go clock in. I really do. I can wake up in the morning, I could just, reach out to my clients, help, do whatever I need. And I'm so passionate about it, because even though it seemed like I'm really, really busy and I can't get everything done all at once, but I like, it's me, it's my own product, it's what I do. Nobody can tell me what to do, unless if it's my coach, if it's gonna help me build my business. Other than that, like, and I'm building something for my kids. I don't, for my kids in the future.
Right.
Guys, we're here.
There it is.
Absolutely.
So let me go ahead and let everyone know what we have in store for you guys for the gifts. So we are giving out the first 15 individual who schedule a call with us. Please put in there that you were that you want to live stream with us, that you listen to the live stream, and we are sending you the dispute letter. So this dispute letter is going to help you take off your inquiries. It's going to help you take off some derogatory, or everything is already written out for you. All you have to do is just list the account, and you can list up to 10. You just list, you send it to each credit company. And so that's what we have in store for you. You're not going to get this online. You are not going to get this online. So, guys, that is what we have available for you guys, okay?
Absolutely.
And that we have in our program. So we're just giving it to y'all just to let you guys know that we're here, and we're here to help you, okay?
Absolutely.
There it is.
So yeah, one of the things, like Founder say, we're going to give away the dispute letters to you all on the credit side for you all that may need to remove some negative items in terms of credit restoration.
On your personal credit now, on your personal.
Right. It's consumer credit. Exactly. Not business credit, it's consumer credit. But the thing about it is, the same process applies to business credit too in terms of removing things. So yeah, absolutely. So with that said, we'll definitely give you all the dispute letters. And then also something I'm throwing in as well, being you go through, you watch the case study video that Charlotte put up, geraldbass.com/high level. I mean, you schedule a call. I'm also going to throw in a free marketing review. So I look over your social media pages, your website, everything, and I give you feedback on the call in terms of things that you're doing great. If it needs improvement, I also give you some feedback absolutely free. I have people pay me thousands of dollars for my time, but I do it for you for free on the call. So I want to throw that in there as well.
Excellent. I hope y'all still ain't taking this. Y'all need to be on it. Y'all need to be hopping on the link. Y'all need to be saying that y'all was on this live stream to get the free dispute. Who does that? Who does that? Like nobody. Y'all, nobody is doing this. Again, I'm putting it up there again one more time. So you can see it. It's www.geraldbass.com/high level. Guys, say you were on the live stream. Go on and say, like, I was on there or whatever. Get your freebies and quit playing.
Absolutely.
For real. Yeah, let's get it. But y'all, thank y'all so much for hopping on. This has been fantastic. Guys, those who we're going to be loading this on YouTube as well. Probably Gerald will be loading it on his channel too. I'm gonna load it on mine too. Make sure you subscribe because y'all need to be informed on when we dropping these so y'all can get some more free stuff. I mean, who doesn't want free stuff?
Absolutely.
But yes, make sure that y'all are hopping on. I don't see any more comments in the comment section, but it may be some once I hop off of here, which is cool. I'll check them later. But y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to the live stream tonight. This has been fantastic. And if y'all not grabbing these freebies, I don't know what y'all doing. And that's just my 2 cents. Thank you, Fanta. Thank you, Gerald, for hopping on. But guys, y'all don't have to worry about it because we're going to be back because we got a lot of stuff we need to talk about.
Absolutely.
So y'all going to get sick of seeing these faces over here. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all nights, and y'all feel free to comment. And yes, we do respond to comments. I respond to every last one of them. I don't care if it's 300 or 400. I'm going to respond to every last one of them. So it is what it is. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you get on this case study to get your freebies. There, I said it. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys next week.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.